Well, let's catch up then with one of the men on board, one of the fancies for the Grand National. It is Jonjo O'Neill Jr. And you're on board Iroko. How happy have you been with him since Kelso?
Yeah, very happy with him. Sat on him in the week, did a little bit of work, and he's fit as anything. So yeah, it's all systems go. He's had a pop over the national style fences, but he jumps very well, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And obviously, he's a horse that you know well. How does it feel for you personally? I mean, coming off the back of those two wins at Cheltenham and having a real live contender in the race. I mean, I've caught up with you a few times about the Grand National. You say it's the race everyone wants to win. Now you've got a live contender. Are you enjoying it, or do you feel a little bit of pressure?
No, I'm enjoying it. To be honest, I'm well aware that anything can happen in the national. So you don't get yourself too worked up. But his prep has been very good. Probably my first time that I've had a real horse with a real live chance in it. He's got a nice weight. He's had a nice preparation. I wouldn't want to swap him. It's a hot Grand National, and you can make a case for a lot of them. I know you can in a lot of nationals, but I think this year you really can make a case for a lot of them.
And obviously, I mean, the trainers Ollie Greenall and Josh Guerriero, they've been adamant from day one. The national is his target this season.
Yeah, it seems as though that was the case, and he looks as though he's going to get the trip. You obviously don't know until you go over that distance. But I thought Kelso was a very good prep run. It was on proper good ground around Kelso as a sharp track against Grey Dawning, who's a proper Grade One horse. It wouldn't surprise me if he won the bowl in Aintree. So I think that was a very good prep run. And I think it allowed him to race as well. So he's got a bit of proper match practice in now, and yeah, be looking forward to him.
And obviously, like that performance by Grey Dawning, I mean, he was what, giving him three when he should have been, sorry, getting three when he should have been getting 10. But cast your mind back to entry last spring, you're only 4 lengths behind. I know the way you're thinking off levels. That form puts him with a huge chance at the weights.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's probably the form that you'd be drawn most to out of his runs, and he was inexperienced. I know the way you're thinking was coming off winning the Kimura, and obviously we were only having our third run over fences, and yeah, I listen, the way that form has worked out very well. He looks well handicapped, but you need to be in a race like this. And yeah, he looks like he's ticking a lot of boxes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he jumps where you can put a line through Ascot. That wasn't his fault. So, you need to jump, you need to travel, you need to stay. You're happy he does tick all of them.
Yeah, he jumps very well. Any bit in easing the ground would be no harm to him, but to be honest, the ground is not going to be quick for the Grand National. And also probably doesn't want it really soft first time going over that trip either. Um, he was unlucky. He just got collided and T-boned at Ascot. Apart from that, I've never felt like he was ever going to fall. So he's for me, he ticks most of the boxes.
Dare you dream, John?
Well, you can, but you have to be realistic in a race like that. You do, but I'm excited because yeah, I genuinely can't see any flaws in him at the minute. So, he's got a lot of things going for him. He just needs a bit of luck now.
And obviously, you carried those colours to victory at Cheltenham for Greenall Guerrero on Jaguar. So, you got plenty of confidence on the back of those festival successes yourself going into the race.
Yeah, exactly. And it was nice to go back into the yard this week as well, and see them both. And yeah, Jaguars come out the race well. Don't know if he's going to run again this season or not. Obviously he's been on the go for quite a while. But the way he won at Cheltenham, it looks like even next year there's hopefully still a bit of improvement to come from him.
And if you were to finish second, I think you might hope this Monbeg genius that's out in front. I mean, just a quick word on him as well at the yard. Obviously, he's been prepped for the national a couple of occasions, but it's never quite worked out. What about this year?
Yeah, we're very happy with him. He would appreciate as softer ground as possible, to be honest. Probably lacking a little bit of tactical speed, but jumps very well, stays all day. Cheap pieces definitely sharpened him up the last day. To be honest, last year he didn't do a lot wrong. Things just went wrong for him. He ran a very good race in the Hennessy. Um, when he was third on good ground when he needs a lot softer. And then he got a foot abscess, and Kelso, he wasn't sharp enough for a round on decent ground, and he struck into himself at Cheltenham. So, he had a lot of excuses last year. And for me, he's come back in very similar form this year. He was a good second at Haydock the first day, ran a creditable fourth in the Welsh National. And we had to win to try and get into the race. So that's why we probably would have gone for the national trial at Haydock, but obviously the weights came out beforehand, so we had to go to Uttoxeter. But it was a good performance off top weight and very hard work. The ground was very hard work. So um, he's a live, if the ground is any bit soft, he's a live contender. And he does have a touch of class. He's just a good cruiser. And I think just when the ground is a little bit slower, he handles it better than most. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be knocking him too much.
And just a quick one on the race itself. Also, we've had plenty of modifications, reduced field sizes, the fences, the distance, all positive.
Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with the less runners, to be honest. I thought 40 was fine. It's a very big track. And the runners were not the issue. I would have probably changed the start to make it closer to the first fence. I think there's too much of a run up going to the first fence, which is how all the horses get the speed up going there. And I think that's what I would have changed instead of changing the runners. And apart from that, the fences they jump very nicely. There's a lot more give with them now. They're a lot safer. They still do take jumping, so it is a different test of a race, but it's definitely a safer race. But the one thing I would change back is have it back to 40 runners and also move the start a bit closer to the first fence. But on the whole, the changes have been very positive.
And just finally, I mean, obviously, like you, steeped in racing history as a family, and obviously myself, just watching it growing up, the Grand National, it captures everyone's imagination, everyone's hearts. Aintree, the stories that we've had. What would it mean for you if you led into that winners' enclosure on Saturday?
Yeah, Liverpool's a great place. Aintree is very, very special. Obviously, Cheltenham is fantastic, but it's a high pressured place, and it's the Olympics. Whereas you've got the same horses and a lot of the same races, Aintree, but it's a little bit more relaxed, and you can enjoy it a lot more. Um, the national on the Saturday morning, we obviously will stay up in Liverpool for the few days for the festival, and it's all that everyone is talking about on the Saturday morning, and everyone's got their newspapers and picking their numbers, and they've got the sweepstakes in all the offices and everything like that. It's a race that stops our nation, so it is a very special race, and to win it does just put you on a slightly different pedestal. So it would be amazing, but only a certain very lucky few do actually manage to win it. But it would be nice. It would be nice if it was me.